psycho. Hey everyone, happy Monday. Hello. How are you guys doing today? How are we doing today, chat? We are once again back for another Silent Archive stream. How are we doing? How's it going? You guys enjoy your weekend? Hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. Yeah, we're back with more Silent Hill Origins. More oranges to eat. But yeah, how you guys doing? Missed y'all. Hello, what's up, Lane? How you doing? How's it going? Hello, hello, hello. I do not know what that username says, but I say hello to you too. Hey, Coney, Mr. J indeed. Hey, Heaven's Knight, how are you doing? Hello, hello, hello. I love the ambient songs like this. I'm glad to hear it, Heaven's Knight. Glad to hear it. Happy Mom Bay. That's a new way to say Monday. Mom Bay. I love that. How's it going, Colors? I sunburned my leg during vacation. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear about that, Lane. Yeah, I had my bouts of sunburn before. Um, maybe the last time I went to the beach, I don't really remember vividly, but I do remember sometimes I'd get sunburn. I do get really well tanned though whenever I go to the beach, but I'm not much of a beach person. But I do remember when I was younger, and when we used to go to the beach, I would get like a pretty good tan. But sunburn on occasion. But yeah, hopefully that's going all right. Make sure not to like touch your sunburns or whichever. They definitely will aggravate it, I would say. Yeah, try to, I guess, use like some ailment if that helps. My cousin gave me the Highlander sword from the first movie yesterday. Oh, interesting. The first movie yesterday? Which you referring to, Disconi? I'm sorry, I'm kind of out of the loop. Apologies. Sup, Jay? Hey, Zenny, how are you doing? I'm doing alright. Had a pretty, kind of difficult morning, not gonna lie. Really terrible nausea. I had like the worst nausea this morning. I genuinely thought I was like gonna vomit, but thankfully I didn't. That's mostly due to my candida. And a lot of the time whenever I have those symptoms, more often than not I get really terrible nausea to the extent to where I feel like I want to vomit, but I don't, thankfully. I don't really have that issue. It's just more so the emulation of those symptoms, I would say. It sucks ass, because when that happens, then I don't feel the necessity to eat food. And a lot of the time I kind of like starve myself. It's horrible. Having just, you know, gastrointestinal issues really sucks. But it's okay right now, it's fine. I took like some licorice root, which is like a herbal supplement, and that tends to help more than usual much of the time. So yeah, but I'm doing okay now. I'm doing okay. If anything, I'm probably just gonna be starving after we finish streams today, but I'm okay. How about you, Zenny? I'm okay. I was listening to the Silent Hill Origins soundtrack all weekend. Nice. I do love me a good Silent Hill soundtrack to listen to over the weekend, especially like in the evening when I go to bed, or like I don't know, depending on the occasion. Maybe like out like on like a late night walk, maybe out and about. I don't know. I came prepared for the Silent Hill Origins Lamau. I imagine everyone that is going to come on stream today is prepared for the Origins and us finishing it today. We're really close to finishing the game, actually. It's a relatively short game if you know what you're doing, but it's also really easy to navigate much of the time when it comes to Origins on consecutive playthroughs. So yeah, we'll finish it today for sure. I imagine like maybe in the next 2 to 3 hours, we should be fine. All we have left is the Riverside Motel, and then that's kind of it, really. There's the other world on the Silent Hill streets, but that's pretty easy when it comes to just like navigation. Yeah, we're on the home stretch essentially. Riverside Motel is probably the most, I would say, intrusive to navigate. Much of the time, it's like very maze-like in its sort of approach when it comes to the linearity of the fog in other worlds. It could be a little confusing, but we'll be fine. I think we'll be okay. Just gonna spend much of the stream today. There, I imagine. Just finishing the game. I'm late again. Ah, it's okay, Salarin. We're actually like just chilling. We're chatting. Just waiting for people to join, and then we're gonna get going with some more Silent Hill Origins. And yeah, how you doing, Salarin? How's it going? You're actually just in time, really. Subject also, as a Hispanic man, Tanny does nothing for me. Oh no. Well, hey, hello to my fellow Hispanic brother. Hello, hi. What's up? Yeah, it's funny because like I may not look really tan. I may not look tan, I guess when it comes to like maybe like I don't know if the webcam's really doing me justice, but I'm actually more tan in person compared to the webcam. I think the reason why is because of the lighting on my what's it called, my monitors. My monitors have lighting essentially, and it may give like a different I guess like impression when it comes to like my skin color. I'm actually a little bit more darker, but I'm much more darker when it comes to like my skin tone. um it's really funny because when it comes to much of like everything like below like my legs, it's really light. Like my legs are really light, and that's because I wear jeans primarily. So so if I were to wear shorts, like my legs will look like really super white. But yeah, but no, I think the lighting is not really doing me like justice when it comes to like my tan, but I feel that. I feel that. Hey Jay, hey chat, hey Capazin, how are you doing? Right on time, we're just chilling, we're chatting. We're just having a, you know, a little yap session before we start, just waiting for people to join for the Silent Hill Oranges. I'm alright, although I will say that I've had slight anxiety issues a bit lately. I'm sorry to hear about that, Zenny. I completely attest to that. My feeling is mutual. I struggle with anxiety on a day-to-day basis. Thank you so much, Tom Wise, for subscribing to the channel. Thank you. I appreciate this subscription. Thank you so much. But yeah, no, I sincerely feel that when it comes to anxiety. I struggle with anxiety on a day-to-day basis. Unfortunately, I have learned from like my health journey that anxiety is definitely overlapped with a lot of systematic issues that stem from much of like your overall like bodily function. So like gastrointestinal issues definitely overlap when it comes to anxiety. A big one, I think, for most people is probably like acid reflux. Acid reflux, when it's triggered, it causes your body to kind of go into like this like defensive mode. And much of the time that can really bring about like bad anxiety, and much of the time that's where like my anxiety kind of stems from, is whenever I feel like gastrointestinal issues, you know, like maybe it's like acid reflux being triggered, or like chest pains. I get chest pains a lot of the time, sometimes heartburn, just horrible like indigestion. Yeah, but I'm sorry to hear about that. I really hope your anxiety gets a little bit better. Usually what helps me is just like laying down. If I try to be active when I have anxiety, I feel like I'm kind of like on the brink of that sort of like lingering dread of that sort of being, I think, like in conjunction, leaning towards to like me having like sort of like an anxiety or panic attack, maybe. Anxiety attack, maybe that's like actually the best word to use, but I feel that. Hopefully you're doing well, Zenny. I hope this stream will help you when it comes to anxiety, if you still have it right now. The motel is a bit convoluted. It's a bit convoluted, more than it needs to be. But it is the last part of the game, so maybe that was the intention. I don't know. Just to give like some padding to the overall pacing, but I feel like it's a little bit redundant. I don't like when games have like really bad pacing. It feels very tedious, a little bit convoluted, like you stated, Jessconi. But yeah, but you're fine. You're white as a ghost. Am I? The funny thing is, I'm not white. I'm not white. I'm Hispanic. I'm mostly Mexican, but I do also have Spaniard in my, I guess you could say, like ethnic background. Spaniard from my mom's side, but more so Metzio Mexican from my dad's side. If you met like my dad, he's much more darker in his like skin tone, but my mom's much more fairly lighter, I would say. So I don't know, maybe that's how the byproduct that is me came out to be. Yeah. Hello Jay, hope you're well. Perfect timing for my to get my paint and chill out for your stream. Oh, thank you, P Noble Jr. Also, how you doing, man? How's it going? Hopefully, you have a great time with stream today. I'm okay, thanks. I've been really giddy the past few days, Lamau. Oh, that's really cute to hear. How come, Zalarin? Anything in particular? Yes, I made it. Hey, what's up, Slayer of Souls? I'm glad you made it. We're about to start relatively soon. Just waiting for a couple more people to drop in, then we're gonna segue into Origins. I too panic at more places than the disco. Nice reference. Am I stupid for pre-ordering the James backpack? Question mark. I just got the jacket and wanted more stuff. I don't think you're stupid. I think if you have the incentive to purchase something that is of interest, especially if it's like a need or like a want, and if you have the I think like rationale when it comes to financial your financial I guess like finances, then yeah, no, like I think you'll be fine, like if you have the means to actually acquire said, product, which is the James Sunderland backpack, then like you're fine, man. Like you shouldn't have to feel I guess like what's it called? Disparaged from purchasing something you're interested in. Personally for me, like that's way too expensive, but that's also because like I come from a more low income background. But that's just me though. But enjoy your backpack. Hi, big fan of your videos and I love your knowledge pertaining to the lore and development of the series. Oh, thank you, X-Squid Senpai. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That means a lot to me. I supply to your Discord. Hope to see you there. Much love. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I'll definitely have to sign you on the Discord and approve of you. I think if there's any mods in the chat right now, they should be able to go about doing that, I believe. But thank you so much for the kind regards and sincere compliment. I appreciate that. Thank you. It's always my goal to just give anything that's highly informative and educational when it comes to Silent Hill lore, story, and everything and anything. So I mean, if I'm able to do that, then I've accomplished my job. But thank you so much. Hopefully streams likewise can attest to that too, just in a different context, right? But yeah, it's certainly better than it was beforehand. I couldn't watch your streams for it because of it a few weeks ago. I'm sorry about that, Zenny. That makes a lot more sense though, now that I think about it in retrospect. But hopefully it's a little bit better today. I sincerely hope so. I guess I'll be the beta tester. Let us know how the backpack is. It looks really cool though, I will say. Let us know how it is when you acquire it, Slayer of Souls. Maybe just been spending a lot of time with a crush. Oh, nice. Wow, look at you. Wow. Crushy, blushy, crushy. Is it blushy crushy or crushy blushy? I don't know. Gotta love you the high school crush. Yeah, but hopefully that goes well with you, Salarin. Hopefully all goes well. Nothing more you know, amazing than love. Love is such a beautiful thing. Wow, bushy. Hey, Desmodus, how are you doing? How's it going? Hello. Teehee, huh? Okay, I think we're ready to go, chat. I think we're ready to go for some more Silent Hill Origins. So let's switch to this Silent Hill Origins. Okay, so can you guys let me know if you guys see the screen, the or Travis really, and also the audio too. Can you guys let me know? How's the audio, chat? How's that going? Also, do you see do you see Travis moving in circles? I can see. Nice. Okay. Gotta hear it. Plus, video and audio works. Let's finish off Silent Hill Oranges, shall we? Absolutely, we shall finish the oranges. I got the assault rifle. Okay. Let's see. It seems like we're good to go. I don't have any time to read any of these. Alrighty. Doo-doo. Andy, everything is fine, so lots of books. Have locked your keys in the cash register. The combination is your Greenfield apartment number. Hope you enjoyed your vacation. Dharma. So 213, right? From what I remember. Let's see. 2, 1, 3. Nice. I got the bookstore key. I wonder if people generally hide the keys in the cash register. I feel like that'd be kind of counterintuitive, no? Like, what if someone robbed the place and all they find is just, like, keys? It's like, okay, that's cool and all, but, like, I want money. It sounds fine. Can't hear anything? It might just be quiet for me. Uh-oh. Here, let me fix the audio. To be fair, we're in a much more quiet section. You may hear now. Audio's a little quiet. I save your average Joe holding a shoddy. Everything looks good. Footsteps on check. I hide cash registers and keys. Yes, they do. We do it at my job. I can hear it now. It's okay, Jay. Okay, cool. I think it's because we were in a more lower ambient area of the game, which is just the bookstore, I guess, so. Okay, there's a straitjacket. Nice, I'll take some health drink. Tire iron. Oh, nice. But didn't register my Travis's hitbox. Cool. Man, it's getting a little heated, huh, chat? A little crowded. So yeah, so last time, we stopped at Andy's bookstore, which we just saw right now. And yeah, now we just are kind of going to Riverside Motel. We have to take the back streets or alternative route to get there. Yeah, Riverside Motel is the final section of the game. And it's a bit of a meticulous process to get through, mostly because of how I would say tedious it can be when it comes to navigation. And every time, like on each consecutive playthrough of this game, I always get lost in there every single time. It doesn't get any easier. You iframe the acid blast, nice. Apparently so. I guess picking up items allow you to do that. Which, I mean, hey, that's a bonus for us, right? Bonus for us. Service pistol ammo. Yeah, guys, how have you guys been? How's life treating you? Hopefully you guys are staying cool and chill in this very dreaded heat. California has not been exactly favorable. Still really hot, but hey, you know, we had the AC running, the fan going. But the trade-off is the bills are getting higher. Aren't getting any lower. Someone has written on the receipt, here comes a candle to light you to bed, here comes the butcher to chop off your head. Alright. Very, very explicit, I would say. Okay, let's see. What do we have? Do we have health drink? We do. Nice. Actually, what is our, I think, like, stock loadout looking like? Target pistol, shotgun, hunting rifle. That's not a hunting rifle, that's a pistol. Okay, I guess the game can kind of glitch out a little bit sometimes. Like, right here we have the assault rifle, but then this is the service pistol, then this is the hunting rifle, but this is clearly like the Colts or the handgun. Yeah, it's a little, I don't know. Every time I play this game, it seems like it's kind of like glitching out right here. A bit of a bug or issue, actually. Which Silent Hill you dislike the most to replay? Probably Silent Hill 4, not gonna lie. I feel like whenever I replay that game, it starts off fine, but then you get to the second portion, and then it's kind of like a slog to get through. And it's mostly just because of just having to, again, just go through the whole, like, backtracking and that whole process being kind of intrusive much of the time. Yeah, I enjoy Silent Hill 4, don't get me wrong. It's just when you get to that specific part of the game, you just kind of remember like, ah, right, the pacing, that being an issue. Yeah, but then again, I don't know. I feel like that could definitely change when we play Homecoming or Downpour. Because that too, those games could also be very, I would say deliberately difficult to have to play through as well. Probably Downpour, actually, now that I think about it. That's also another game that could be kind of a slog to get through. Are you wearing earphones or do you hear the audio? I'm wearing earphones right now. I'm wearing Audio Technicas. They're called Audio Technicas BTX Easy. They are clip-on earphones. I love clip-on earphones. I'm not a huge fan of wearing earbuds. The ones that you would wear if you have like maybe Apple earphones or just like those earbuds that kind of like insert into like your ear. Your ear canal. I'm not a big fan of those because there's like a lot of like buildup when it comes to like the earwax, and it also just feels like really uncomfortable, and I'm not a big fan. Okay, wow, we're getting our ass beat right now. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of those. So I really do prefer the clip-on earphones. I'm a big fan. I feel like they're very niche too in retrospect. I feel like it's either the earbuds or if not the earbuds, then it's the headphones, I would say, much of the time. I just played this on my PSP. I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this if a definite upgrade in visuals. Nothing is better than smashing monsters with TVs and such. Yeah, there's a lot of item management in this game when it comes to just items that you can find. It's a little bit overwhelming though, admittedly. Much of the time, I feel like it's kind of what is it called? A little bit derivative when it comes to how much the game gives you. In terms of just like items, because like we just have so much like going on here, right, when it comes to the melee weapons, but then you just kind of forget that you have all of this going on, you know. It's like so overwhelming. I guess we could use it, I suppose, if you really want to. I guess, I don't know, it feels a little bit counterintuitive now. I guess it could be fun if you're like messing around maybe. But this wasn't fun, losing all this health. I don't know. We could just throw shit at the Caliban? Yeah, I guess so. I guess it could be fun, but I don't know. It's not really like my cup of tea. You know these games so well. I own this one, but haven't played it yet. Well, I am a Silent Hill YouTuber. I have to, I feel like I have to, you know my knowledge and do my research on these games. Hopefully my videos attest to that, so always my goal. We had to power down the house today to install a new kitchen light, feature kitchen light. Amazing how fast the house heated up with the AC off. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's 99 right now. It really sucks, outside. It's not fun. It is not fun whatsoever. Not fun whatsoever, over here. Not a big fan of the heat. The East Coast is boiling too. Yeah, I feel like each, probably like region, or I guess like states, in America has like its own, I guess like trade-off. Own, you know, like weather conditions that are like very, very dreadful to the average individual there. So like over here it's like maybe humid. East Coast I wouldn't really know though, but I imagine it's like likewise the same, like, you know, semblance. Silent Hill where oranges are farmed from the underworld. Absolutely, Donald, absolutely, I agree. Hunting rifle looks a little different than usual. Yeah, it's what is it called? Let's see. Oh, here we go. Equip. It kind of, I don't know, it kind of reminds me of the hunting rifle from Silent Hill 2 a little bit. A little bit, kind of. Maybe SH1? I don't know. That was close. I played through Homecoming a couple times now. Downpour, I was lucky to make it through once. Yeah. Those games are such a fever dream to play through on a consecutive basis. I always just kind of like trip out playing those games specifically again. It really does feel like a fever dream much of the time. But it's always fun to play on stream though, I would say. On my own time, not so much though. Not so much. I never heard of clip-on earphones. They're a thing. I think they're more so populated in Japan. These ones are Japanese imports that I got off of Amazon. So I would say they're more popular in Japan, maybe in Asia specifically. But in America, maybe not so much. America, it's mostly headphones or earbuds. But clip-on earphones are pretty cool. Yay! Hey, Chucklock, how you doing? How's it going? Playing Santa Oranges. Question, I remember hearing about a new Silent 1 PC port made of Claude AI was recently released, but I thought I remember hearing about a separate PC port being developed. Am I correct about that? This is true. So that one is, I believe, an AI-assisted PC port, as you mentioned, being developed with Claude AI, but there is another one that is being developed natively, handmade by a single individual, I believe named Cesari, who is a dev on the GitHub page for the Santo decompilation. That PC port is entirely separate. The difference there is, for one, it's natively made and it plans to basically use the decompilation when it comes to that being, well, for one, finalized instead of not being, for one, being developed with the AI being as assisted when it comes to its development, but mostly that being properly made and finished once the decompilation is finalized, I'm assuming. But yeah, that's being uh, made by one person, I believe, which is Cesari, which, again, aforementioned GitHub developer for the decompilation project. I believe he plans to manifest the source code when it's finished and make a full-on like multi-platform native PC port for Silent Hill 1 for mostly, modern platforms, specifically PCs, I would say, but they plan to do a lot of quality of life improvements, I would say. So yeah. There is two, but I'm mostly looking forward to the one that's natively made without the AI assisted PC port. I played this game with my dad, and and we made a joke about how he could put the Eiffel Tower in his pocket and throw it at an enemy. I feel like Travis could absolutely do something like that without any issue, for sure. Sound to Otherworld oranges at your risk. They may or may not cause you to have vision problems. Yeah, exactly. Let's bring out the shotgun. Whose idea was that? Like, sure seems like Sando throwing typewriters, lol. What's it called? Climax Studios, apparently. I think this is the only game, too, that allows you to use melee weapons and throw it at the enemies, I would say, right? Homecoming doesn't do that, nor Downpour, and also the recent modern Silent games don't really have the player, what's it called, have you, like, throw stuff at enemies? This is the only game, I believe. This game is memorable, takes me back to 2007, love the random toaster throwing best weapon ever, yeah. I will say, as much as I may not be the biggest fan of this game, I do appreciate the sort of, I guess you could say innovative quality. Innovation when it comes to the, I guess, item management. Just throwing shit at the monsters, I guess. It's definitely, it's definitely something, that's for sure. Okay, nothing here. Are you excited for Townfall? Question mark. I like what I'm seeing so far. I'm definitely intrigued. I wouldn't say I'm excited. I am intrigued. Maybe a little bit indifferent. I would say. From what I've seen so far, I do think there's a lot that is going for it when it comes to maybe its atmosphere. I do think the first person is definitely something that is very much left to be desired. Since it is the first ever Silent Hill game, mainline, I guess you could say, if you want to group it into like a mainline, I guess like Silent Hill entry, even though it's technically a spin-off. yeah, it definitely leaves a lot to be desired. And from what we've seen so far, there's definitely like a lot of much of a gameplay loop that I'm seeing when it comes to the stealth, the sort of items that are at Simon's disposal, and utilizing that to your benefit when it comes to like the monsters and that being complemented with stealth, but also maybe even combat too. Yeah, no, I feel like there's definitely some thought put in there, but I do feel like I want to see a little bit more because I feel like from what we've seen so far from the trailers, you can kind of get a sort of picture perfect impression of what the gameplay loop will look like. And I do feel like it's very basic in essence, which is fine. I feel like Silent Hill's best when it comes to simplicity in its combat, but I feel like it's different because it's again in first person and it's definitely leaving like a huge impression as to how that's going to be, you know, left on the player. And we haven't really seen a Silent Hill game ever done in first person, with the exception of Silent Hill 4, but that's mostly that's mostly in intervals when it comes to navigating room 302. And there's also PT, the canceled Silent Hills, but that's, you know, that was like mostly, primarily a demo, never finished or finalized to be a mainline game, unfortunately. So Silent Hill Townfall leaves a lot to be desired when it comes to its gameplay. But I am intrigued. I'm invested to see what that is going to, I guess, manifest. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's good. I were hunting for Origins while I was on the road trip. Stopped at GameStops through California, Oregon, and finally found it at a mall in Washington. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I think on eBay, this game is pretty expensive for PS2, and I think it's PSP port as well. So yeah, it's a pretty, I guess, rare game as well to find. Maybe that's why I like it. Oh wow, again, huh? Okay. Can I, no? Can I, alright. That was weird. I don't know why I couldn't, finish the... Is it because he's not healed, or... Am I not healed enough, or what's going on? Huh, okay, weird. Don't know why he's not finishing the monster, but alrighty. Let's go to the other world then. Hey Jay, how are you doing? I just got home from work a couple months late. I'm doing alright. We're finishing Sando Orange, I'm saying oranges unironically now. We're finishing Sando Origins today. But yeah, glad you got off work. Hopefully work, was treated you well today. So my beloved wife, I miss you so intensely. Watching them take you away was like a dagger through my heart. It had to be done, but now I am so alone. At the doctor's advice, I told Travis you were dead. Maybe it would be better if you were Helen, will you ever come back to me? Question mark. Yours forever, Richard. How's the volume, chat? I know in the other world this game tends to be pretty loud and bombastic. If we need to lower it, then I don't mind doing that. Origins is the only game that has weapon durability, right? Isn't it? No. Downpour also has weapon durability as well. If you mean by durability, breakable weapons, yeah. This game has breakable weapons. Unfortunately, not a big fan. Downpour also has that too. The new Silent Hill game, Townfall, interestingly also has weapon durability as well. So that seems like in that game, weapons are breakable, which is a shame, because I'm not a big fan of weapon durability in these games. I feel like it's very, very derivative, and feels like it's much more, I would say, I think counterintuitive, if anything. Not a big fan of weapon durability in games, especially Silent Hill, but you know, we'll see how that's handled. Hopefully much more appropriately, maybe? I don't know. We'll see though. Downpour has you throwing items at enemies? Really? Okay, huh. I guess it's been a while since I played Downpour, so I guess maybe, I guess I forgot. I don't know. At least glass bottles. LOL TVB upon you. I totally get what you're saying. I'm wondering what the religious side of Saint Emilia is and what the power of the town's origins are. Origin of the town's power. I wonder too, but I don't know. It seems like Townfall, from what we've seen so far, is not having a huge focus when it comes to, at least when it comes to themes, the more religious component. It seems like so far we haven't really seen anything that has a lot of like religious or cult-like themes. I don't know if that's something the game's even going for. It seems like much of that game is just mostly going towards a more psychological, um, I think, theme or theming, trauma, specifically. It seems like guilt has a lot to play into it. Yeah, guilt, trauma, desires, I would say. I feel like it's going for like a much more psychological theme this time around. Yeah, I'm seeing more of that when it comes to the more modern Silent Hill games. Silent Hill F even had trauma be like a huge one that was resided with Hinako, the protagonist, from what I remember. But that also did have a huge emphasis on religious and cult-like themes as well, which was much more specifically catered to Japanese culture. Which is really interesting. I did enjoy that component when it came to Silent Hill F. I did enjoy seeing the more dichotomy of Western themes compared to Japanese, the more Japanese culture themes going on when it comes to like the religious and cult-like aspects. But no, Townfall, I'm not really seeing that. I don't even know if that's even like a focus this time around. It seems like it seems more Silent Hill 2 coded, and I think a lot of people can attest to that. Okay, wow, we are getting our shit rocked. Like, really, really badly. Finishing enemies off in this game is weird. You need to press the X button right after putting down whatever weapon you have. Really? Huh. Okay. Seems like it's kind of like a weird, I don't know, like button prompts, it seems like. Hey, I decided to watch Return to Silent Hill because I love Silent Hill remake and the movie was dog shit. Well, at least you got that out of the way, Aaron. Yeah, it's funny because I feel like everyone in chat has seen the movie except for me. For good reason. I'm not really interested, but I know one day I will have to. More strange drawings. Some of them are scratched into the walls. Others look like they're painted. It is believed a being of tremendous mental energy may become a vessel capable of giving birth to Samael, the god worshipped by this cult. Samael's arrival will bring forth paradise on earth, something has been added to the margin. Given that this vessel is to be molded with suffering and pain, just what kind of god and what kind of paradise would result? Question mark. Man, I wonder who's suffering and pain that is implied, chat. Interesting, interesting. PS2 version is going for $210 plus on eBay. Holy crap. Yeah, I think the highest is Silent Hill 3. I saw Silent Hill 3 go for like 300 plus on eBay, USD. It's insane. I bought this game way back when it came out on PS2. Now this game is ridiculously overpriced. Much of the Silent Hill games on PS2 are very, very overpriced. But that can also just be in general when it comes to game collecting. Mostly when it comes to game collecting, it's really expensive. It feels very derivative to even want to possess having original hardware nowadays because of how unfortunately overpriced things are when it comes to game collecting. Juana, one of the laundry machines is busted again. The weird guy in Cleopatra was shouting at me, wanted to go fix it, but I couldn't leave the reception. Anyhow, after getting all red in the face, the fella just ran off, hasn't been back since up and drove off. Could you take a look at the machine when you get a minute, stick a token in it and do the reset thing, set it to low spin, 60 wash, drain, then pre-rinse. Put anything you find inside and then lost and found. Thanks, Ed. Ed? Reminds me of a certain Ed E in Silent Hill 2. There's a heavy-duty vice attached to the bench. Oh, shit. Let's see. The camera angles are kind of tripping me out a little bit. Weapon durability feels unnecessary in Silent Hill F. Oh, that's right, yeah. Silent Hill F also did have weapon durability. I don't know what it is with Silent Hill games having weapon durability nowadays. I really don't see the appeal. I don't...
Every time I look in I can't be there for him. There's too much pain in this world without you. That thing that stole your body, it had the right idea.
I don't really see weapon durability as an incentive to want to perform better when it comes to the overall gameplay fundamentals, especially when it comes to combat. If anything, it just makes me feel more like it's tedious. There's a tedium when it comes to it. It feels like it's doing much more to frustrate the player as opposed to incentivize you to want to manifest the gameplay fundamentals and to learn and allow for much more, I would say, this understanding of the gameplay schematics to your overall like understanding to the gameplay fundamentals, you know? Um, I feel like it does much more damage than good, much of the time. Um, and I definitely felt that with Silent Hill F's gameplay too. But even then, like Silent Hill F's gameplay, as much as I appreciated the sort of incentive to learn much of what's being pertained there, especially for the light JRPG elements, I just wasn't a fan. Um, of the, I guess, like approach to the gameplay there. It also doesn't help that there's sort of like this, I think, like gameplay loop that you just kind of figure out and you realize that you don't really need to upgrade much of the weaponry unless maybe playing on harder playthroughs, um but even then, like I feel like it just feels like much of a slog when it comes to the pacing when it comes to Silent Hill F's gameplay. I feel like it's definitely a gimmick that can definitely be very captivating at first initial glance, but over time it just kind of overstays its welcome. And you feel like you've kind of seen everything once you understand the approach that it has in mind when it comes to its overall gameplay formula. And it just kind of becomes a little monotonous, you know? This game reminds me of Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver in terms of being able to shift the world around you in order to progress. Interesting. I never seen that comparison before. I've heard about Legacy of Kain, but I don't really know much about it. But I heard it's a really niche franchise that people do like, from my understanding. Which is pretty cool. I always like to see like niche franchises being talked about. I haven't seen the movie, nor do I have any plans to. I think much people don't really have any incentive to. Ironically, I'm looking forward to Resident Evil, the new one coming out next month, actually. That's something that I'm actually much more intrigued, which is ironic in retrospect, but I guess because it's kind of a little bit more refreshing in retrospect compared to trying to be like an adaptation that's faithful, I say in air quotes. It looks really refreshing. I like that. Sure, it is technically taking loose inspiration from Resident Evil 2, but more so when it comes to the theming, I would say. The presentation is completely different. Wow, okay. Were we here, chat? I don't remember. We were, okay. Alright, I think we have to go back to the hotel and use the key. We're about to die, though, which is not good. I'm so glad I bought the games before the market went up. Yeah, I would hold on to those games. Absolutely, no question about it. You should definitely hold on to those games. Silent Hill 3 is going for $200 disc only, no thank you. Yeah, it is insane, the market value when it comes to those games specifically. It's really bad. Yeah, I can't imagine spending that type of money. I have no incentive to do so. If I did, it's definitely money that I just can, blow off, but I just don't have that type of money to do so. Probably never will, honestly. Oh, oh, I see. Oh, we're doing this, okay. Alright, just gonna throw you off me. Thank you. I'm pretty sure Sono if I cut out workbenches for weapon upgrades, fixing considering how many you find around the map. That'd be an interesting concept. Kind of like Dead Rising, right? Is that what you're referring to? It kind of reminds me of Dead Rising a little bit when you say workbenches. I don't know. That's an interesting implementation. I do wonder if that would do more good if they did have that implementation. A suitcase full of shoes. A lot of shoes. This person loves shoes. Is that just a pole? A nightstand. Okay. Alright. I think we're just getting items really here. Okay. I have a copy of Bonk's Adventure for NES that's worth like $700 plus. Wow, that's insane market value there. I'm glad I never sold it, colon P. That's the only thing I saved from my childhood that's worth anything, haha. Well, hey man, make sure to keep on to that. Make sure to keep on to that. There's nothing better than just holding on to possessions that, you know, mean a lot to you. Definitely something to, you know, possess for sure. Nostalgia, I think, would play like a huge role in that foundation. Okay, I think we have the key for this door, right? There we go. I think I still have my copies of Sonic 1, 2, and 3. Nice. Okay, so what is it called? We have to put this away, right? Oops, my bad. Oh, let's reload first, and then let's, wait, hold on. Let's unequip you. Can we finish you off? I guess we can't finish you off. Alright, never mind. Weird, but okay. Oh. No. How drool. How annoying. Christ alive. One of the cleaners called me over, said there was something wrong with room 500. Door was open inside. Sweet Jesus. Stench made me puke. The kid, man. The kid just stood there. They said he'd been there for 10 hours. I ended up crying my eyes out. Shit like this shouldn't happen. The police have got the room locked up for now. I'm going home. Screw you guys. I'm going home, as Eric Cartman would say. I have Silent Hill 2 and 4 The Room, but I need Silent Hill 2 The Greatest Hits and 3 on PS2. Ooh, interesting. I would like to collect the games one day. Even if I don't own the console specifically for said game like Silent Hill Homecoming or Silent Hill Downpour, I still would like to, you know, have a collection. Just if I, you know, just because. If anything, that's like something I'm building on the side is like a little Silent Hill collection. I only have like plushies. I only have a Pyramid Head plush. What's it called? Robbie the Rabbit plush. And that's kind of it really so far. And also the little care package Konami sent me for the promotional push for Silent Hill F when that was a thing back then, or last year. Can't believe a year has passed. It's insane. I remember when that game was being marketed. Can't believe a year has passed. I feel so old. I call this Caliban is just kind of here. Just kind of like in its little corner like it's on timeout. Alrighty then. I plan on keeping them, same as my RE Fatal Frame and Star Ocean games. Ooh, nice. Jay, will you play Silent Hill Homecoming? That's the plan, Engine. We are doing our little series marathon for all the mainline games. No bias here whatsoever. Playing all of them. That's the plan. Ow. That's rude. I guess we'll use you, I guess. I don't know. First aid. We're almost out of health kits. Alright. I forgot to equip this shit. There we go. Can I, get you? There we go. Definitely want that Redeemer. Wow, okay. No, I don't, no. Man, I love Riverside Motel when it comes to its ambience, but I fucking hate navigating it. It's so exhausting. There's just so much, bloat when it comes to the enemy placement. And they don't die when you kill them. They don't die. They respawn for some reason. They don't stay dead. Don't know why. Okay, you know what? I'm not even gonna try. Not even gonna try. Hey, hello chat. Hey, Miss Godarkus, how you doing? How's it going? You gotta let go of the R1 button and then press X immediately afterwards to finish the enemy off. Ah, gotcha. Okay. Well, I mean, hey, if it happens, then it happens. If not, then I'm not gonna lament about it. But I appreciate the advice. Thank you. Or clarification. Okay, that's the butcher. Little boss fight. It still kind of bugs me how we have games with the name Silent Hill in it, and it's not taking place in Silent Hill, just a small nitpick of mine I'm still playing though. Yeah, I think most people do really want to see a new mainline Silent Hill game in the town itself, because it does feel a little bit kind of derivative that we haven't seen a game yet in the town of Silent Hill, since, you know, as the name implies. But I think the reason why is because I think we were catered too much of Silent Hill being set in the town itself back in the 2010s, especially with like the post-Team Silent games, and likewise with the Team Silent games too. I feel like the approach now when it comes to the more modern Silent Hill games is to allow for much more, I would say, flexibility when it comes to the locales that can kind of allow for much more diversity when it comes to the formula that is, you know, Silent Hill essentially. Um, but the irony though is that it feels like it's relying much of the previous gimmicks that we've seen, such as like Silent Hill 2 when it comes to the whole like psychological nature, but also the reliance on the more, you know, trauma themes and also the, you know, human psyche, which is obviously like an integral aspect, but there's also much more that is seen in those themes, such as like the cults or religious themes too. um you know, it's not just like this like overabundance of just the more, I would say, like psychological nature, really. That's obviously like a huge important foundation, but there's much more complexity there, you know. um, it feels like it feels really redundant a lot of the time, unfortunately, that it wants to allow this excuse to go in different, I would say, different territory when it comes to Silent Hill, with, I would assume, each subsequent mainline or spin-off entry in these different regions of the Silent Hill, you know, universe, and yet it still results into prior established themes we've already seen, that feels like it's not really allowing itself to expand upon it, you know? It feels like it's in many ways regressing to a formula that we've already seen before, and it's not allowing for much like intuition when it comes to allowing for different themes or stories or, you know, characters. It feels like it's kind of like reliance on this like archetype that we've seen, you know, especially when it comes to like Silent Hill Townfall recently. um and I hate to kind of like have to, you know, compare it to prior Silent Hill games like Silent Hill 2, for example. I feel like Silent Hill 2, even though we are seeing new games that are doing its like own unique approach to the formula, it still feels like it's still relying on Silent Hill 2 to an extent, you know, and I don't know, it's odd in a way. I think for me, I'm kind of scared that it's going to sort of kind of be a little bit disingenuous to the player and also Silent Hill fans, where it has this sort of like, you know, gimmick, right? And it wants to sort of give the impression that it's something new, but in actuality, it just kind of, it feels like it's, again, treading on prior established tropes that we've seen already, and yet it's only being repurposed for a new, I say in quotations, game when it comes to its like story, maybe monsters and themes and symbolism. But you can, you know, but it feels like it's, you know, again, it's treading on those prior established themes that we've seen before, and it just feels like it's like what is it called, being like sugar coated with like a coat of paint, and you can kind of see like the cracks begin to show. um, when you do something so much, you start to realize that it's just becoming formulaic and feels like it's very redundant, unfortunately. And I'm kind of scared that Silent Hill, with each subsequent entry, with the exception of like a remake, I guess you could say, will start to encapsulate on that, and those cracks will start to show. And I think people are starting to see that slowly but surely, unfortunately. Did you ever go to Halloween Horror Nights when it was Silent Hill theme question mark? Seeing Pyramid Head up close was insane. Unfortunately, no, I haven't. I think the last time was during Silent Hill Revelation when that movie was being promoted. I do remember seeing I guess like promotional material when I was younger. I was 11 years old when that movie came out, so most likely not. No. Return to Silent Hill. Did that have like a universal theme going on or something? I don't remember seeing that. The game, I think you only get the bad ending if you do enough enemy finishing move. Yeah. I'm doing okay on yourself. Doing alright, Miss Godorcus. Doing alright. That's cool. Oh, you're talking to Denjin. But I'm doing alright too, Miss Godorcus. If like Team Silent would get back together, one can only dream. That's the thing though, is I feel like what people don't really take into consideration is it's been over 20 plus years since Team Silent has really made a game together as a team. And who's to say if, even if you have all the original team members get back together, if they're able to capture that lightning in a bottle? Like so much has changed, not in terms of just, the game industry, but also culture, the gaming culture as well. Horror itself, Silent Hill, as we were talking about, previously, like so much has changed since as a society we're constantly progressing. I feel like in many ways the irony is that we probably would be regressing if we were trying to encapsulate on that sort of, again, like lightning in a bottle allegory. um as much as I think it would be cool to have the team members back, I don't know what that would, you know, be, what that would, dispose of, I would say. Um, would we have the traditional Silent Hill formula? Would it be something that they would go back to doing, or would they try to do something new? But even if they did something new, would people even be up for it? Like, there's a lot of variables there, and I think people don't take that into account a lot of the time, but who's to say, right? So somebody tell me, what's the origin of the butcher? The origin of the butcher. Just a Pyramid Head clone, honestly. Like, in actuality, it's just a Pyramid Head clone. There's nothing much more depth when it comes to the Butcher, but if you really want to do digging, it's supposed to be a parallel to Travis when it comes to his implied psychopathic nature due to his mom having this mental decline, and mostly that being genetic, and that being a byproduct of Travis when it comes to his like mental psyche. But a lot of the time this game doesn't really go encapsulating on its themes. Like, it introduces something that's like really interesting, but it doesn't really do much with it. So yeah. Yep. My problem with Townfall is that it like, literally looks like Silent 2 in another country. I think most people would probably make that connection too, yeah. I think I actually have a Silent Revelation shirt with a nurse on it somewhere around here. Ooh, interesting. They got together to make Short Message. I think that was mostly Akira Yamaoka when it comes to the soundtrack, and also Masahiro Ito when it came to the Cherry Blossom monster. Blossom Head? Is it called Blossom Head? I forgot what it's called. Sakura Head? Sakura Head. To my absent wife, I know that whatever hell I am enduring, yours is worse, but damn it, this is so hard. Um, it's like you're dead, but you're not. The hell in love is gone, but your body's still here, question mark, or exclamation mark. I've slept alone for the last 2 years. I've become so bitter, so sleazy, exclamation mark. I'm no father to Travis. I can't even look at him some days. What is it going to take to bring you back, question mark. Yours forever, Richard. Just kind of got lost in the sauce right there. Okay. Let's keep moving forward. Townfall looks like Silent Hill 2 in another country, question mark. Is this a Silent Hill reference? Apparently so. Apparently so. So this one is not something a Silent Hill 2 reference. Ah, yes, the ambience. Okay, so token, right? I got a pull queue already. I love me a good arcade chat. I do love me a good arcade. I miss the arcade actually.
Can I have some money for the pinball?
Yes. About this afternoon.
It's okay. I just want to play the pinball.
Sure. There. I'm going back to the room for a little while. Wait for me here.
Look at all these pull queues that we're never gonna use. Yeah, I miss being good arcade. I remember going to the bowling alley when I was younger and loving just playing like Time Crisis or House of the Dead. Those are always fun times for me. Such a fun time. Definitely have to go back one day. I believe there's an arcade in the next city over. And I would love to go about trying to see if that's something I can do sometime. It's been a long time since I've gone to an arcade. I miss it. I miss those days. Jay always explains everything so articulately. Oh, thank you, Squid Senpai. Also, do you prefer Squid Senpai or Squid or Senpai? What do you prefer? Just to make sure I'm able to be considerate of your username. The laundry machine won't open, but I can see something in the middle inside the machine is turned off. Let's use the coin. Let's see. There we go. I put the token in the laundromat, the machine turns on. Ah, yes, this puzzle, I say. This one always confused me. Every single time. Uh, okay, so 8 o'clock low spin. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you, Emballed in Memory. Thank you so much for the $5 donation. Thank you. Do you have any doubts or worries about Townfall? You may have missed me talking about it like a couple minutes ago, but I guess to kind of like give like a bit of like a quick summary. I do have worries. I don't know if I have doubts. I don't doubt Screenburn's ability to adapt a Silent Hill game that interprets much of that sort of formula that we've seen prior to Silent Hill games that have been done previously. And manifesting much of the themes and symbolism, characters and narrative, I would say that we've seen prior. I don't doubt that, but I do worry that it's treading on prior established treads, such as the whole like psychological nature when it comes to like trauma, you know, and that being a sort of you know, a byproduct of like repressed guilt from the protagonist, something they did wrong, and that sort of being in conjunction to much of the, I would say, like otherworld, the monsters, and also just the overall hero's journey, if we want to use that sort of literary device, I would say. Um, in their like I guess like you know story. That's my I guess worry is just treading on prior established themes that we've seen so many times before, and that being derived from Silent Hill 2. That's pretty much like my issue there. And I think we've seen it like so many times that it's kind of gives me like the doubt sometimes that if we'll ever see something that isn't just treading on something that is Silent Hill 2 adjacent, you know, it feels like the devs kind of maybe aren't, I wouldn't say incapable of writing something that isn't I would say acknowledging that. I don't think that's necessarily the case. I just think it's more so kind of being misinformed with much of the more expanded upon themes that we've seen in Silent Hill that have been done before, like the cults and the more like religious undertones, you know, like that's something that's like really integral when it comes to Silent Hill's more supernatural nature, such as like Silent Hill 1 and 3, and even Silent Hill 4 admittedly too. So yeah, that's kind of like where my I guess like worry is really much of the time when it comes to I guess like more modern Silent Hill games Trauma, trauma, trauma. Can't get enough of the trauma. Okay, so this puzzle, so let's see. So it's low spin, I believe. Then it's gonna be 60 wash. Oh, okay, there we go. 60s wash. I'm using a guide because I can't for the life of me. Let's see. 60s wash is which one? The one, this one? Is it this? Is it this one? Is it 2? I think it's 2. This one, I believe. Then drain, 10 o'clock. Let's see. I think this is the drain. And then pre-rinse. There we go. I think we got it. Yep, we got it. There we go. I got the Cleopatra green. There we go. First try. Cool. Alright, now, we just have the rest of the, I guess, Riverside Motel to navigate through. Squid is cool with me. I use Squid in all my gamertags profiles. Alright, cool. Nice. Thank you for clarifying. I appreciate it. I'll make sure to remember that. Horizontal 3 price is getting insane. Hey, what's up, Dozudo style? It is getting pretty insane, you know? Oh, nice. Got a little dodge going on there. Yeah, I would say just any, like, game that is maybe from the PS2, Xbox, GameCube generation, and also earlier, is really, really expensive if you want to get into, like, you know, game collecting nowadays. It's just better to go, like, all out on emulation moving forward, you know? You just save a lot more money. It's just cost effective, I would say. But, you know, it does kind of disparage you from even, like, wanting to, undergo, like, game collecting, you know? I would like to do, like, game collecting, but unfortunately, it's just expensive due to scalpers. I forgot we had melee weapons. Whoops. Oh, there we go. We got a little finisher going. Okay, nothing in here. Did Konami ever explain how the fog to the other places, got to the other places around the world? My headcanon is the high-ranking cultists of the Order are just traveling around the world spending the fog. That's kind of like my headcanon, is that the Order has like different parts of the cult expanded upon throughout the Silent Hill universe, which is how it allows for the Silent Hill like effect to even be something that is allowed, but I think sort of like the retcon is the Silent Hill phenomenon, right? Like it's sort of like this kind of like phenomenon that's like supernatural that's known to the general public, which is the excuse to allow it to be like in different parts of the world, right? But it's not really explained as to like how it's gotten there. Silent Hill F did try though at the very least to explain it, and I believe they had like a merchant who was, I believe, American, traveled to Japan, and he, I believe, had an item that was centric to Silent Hill where he was based from, which is how that kind of led to Silent Hill F's more, I guess, like Silent Hill, I guess, like effect going on from what I remember of my time with that game. So they at least did try to explain it a little bit and serve that connection, which, you know, is appreciated at the very least. So, shit, I did not mean to take that. God damn it. I thought I needed to heal. Shit. Whatever. Positive snake bite. Okay. Alright, let's go, find Lisa and Kaufman doing the dirty. 4 o'clock for 60. I think it's crazy now that gamers are hunting physical games, not across all platforms. I I wouldn't say it's crazy. I just think it's because game preservation is just so important nowadays due to just like the whole, you know, recent like PlayStation just getting rid of game, like physical game copies in 2028, and most likely that being a notion that Xbox will follow in suit moving forward. Maybe even Nintendo. We're going towards a more digital market moving forward when it comes to not just games, but just, you know, physical media in general, or just media in general, really. PS2 question mark? This is technically PS2, but the PCSX2. PCSX2 emulator. Some white powder. I try to stay away from this type of thing. Got some like Claudia going on. To be honest, the Butcher is an underrated character. It's an okay design. It feels a little uninspired, but it's whatever. Kaufman, we're almost ready, but must hurry. I sense our hold on her power weakening. I worry that she draws strength from the core I hold. I will leave it behind, hidden in this darkness. It will be safe. Grady is unlikely to return here. He's still running around town chasing after ghosts. He is ignorant of the bigger picture anyway. I will wait for you here. Finish your business and join me soon. The time approaches, the Floros is shattered, thrown to the wind, and her will still buried deep in a sleeping mind. This time the ritual will succeed, Dahlia. Man, that plot convenience, huh? Just explaining everything to us. No subtlety. The door's been locked, I can't get out of this way. Alright, let's go through the other worlds, I suppose. That being said, my PS2 Fat has the expansion bay HDD drive, so I'm set. Nice. That's awesome. I'm very used to have a PS2 Fat, or the Chonk PS2. I remember that was like the PS2, that console that we had when I was younger. I miss that thing. I miss it quite a lot. The nurse Lisa sure seems like a nice lady. I hope she has a happy life after this game. You know what? Me too. I hope she achieves her hopes and dreams of becoming an actress. That'd be cool. That'd be really nice, wouldn't it? Overdose. Alrighty, honestly, I don't even want to go through like the doors anymore, because just like the monsters just like stun locking Travis so easily. Let's see. I do think we need something here though, right? I know we need the heart piece, I believe. Yeah. Sony peaked with the PS2. They really did. They really did. Such like a huge like far cry from what they used to be, huh? Yeah, the gaming market has just really changed for the worse, but also for the better depending on the context. That's right, I think the PS4 was very strong console, but PS2 was definitely peak. I love the PS2 so much, man. That was like my console of all time that I still love to this very day. Let's get the, yeah, let's get you. We need you. Okay, let's get you really quickly. Oh. There we go. And let's go, I guess, back to the fog world, I guess. Let's see, oh, okay. Man, these camera angles. There you go. Let's use the dagger. There we go. Nice. PS5 makes a great Blu-ray player. I feel like any PlayStation console post PS2, so like the PS3, PS4 make a great Blu-ray player. I wouldn't know since I haven't owned a PlayStation console since technically the PlayStation 2. But in terms of handhelds, PS Vita. Yeah, I never owned one afterward. I thought about getting the PS5 when it first launched, but I never did because of the sort of the what's it called, the whole like what was it called, the scalping when it came to like the pandemic, like that was really bad. I was just like, all right, well, I guess that's not gonna happen. Ew. It's too dark to see anything. Cause of death, broken heart. It's too dark to see anything. There's a pole. Too dark to see anything. Ew. Gonna be honest, I think the PS5 is ugly as sin. Oh, I guess like the exterior of the PS5, like the design. I guess you can see why. To a ghost, there's no pretending now, is there, question mark. We both know that thing at Cedar Grove isn't you. You died that day, you tried to kill our son. When I brought your gift today, when you smashed it, I finally woke up. I've been dreaming all these years, kidding myself that you'll be right one day, that Helen I loved is dead. I try to remember how it was all those years ago today when we got married. I can't remember anymore. I'm tired. I know Travis will be fine on his own. I'm going to see you again, Helen. Yours forever. Yours and forever, Richard. The actual console, yeah. I see, gotcha. How about the Xbox Series X? I wouldn't know. I haven't owned an Xbox Series X before. It's locked. Alright, let's go back to the fog world then. I believe this should be the mirror to the fog world, I believe. It is, okay. Hopefully there's no monster waiting for us, chat. Surely that won't happen. Okay, cool. You know what? Let's do the heart thing really quickly. Yeah, let's do that really quickly. Since I believe, yeah, here it is. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take a break after we do this chat. There you go. Yeah. God damn it. Fucking camera angle. Okay, can I... Okay, that's... Jesus Christ, the camera angle. Okay, let's use the Jeweled Heart. Here we go. I smashed open the Jeweled Heart. There's something inside. Yeah, it's death. Red and green. Okay. Alright, can I please get out of here? Thank you. Alright, I'm gonna take a break, chat. I think now is a good time to take a break. At the restroom, so let's go do that really quickly, and then we'll come back momentarily with more Silent Hill Origins. I'll just pause right here. Yeah, I'll just pause right here. Okay, I'm gonna take a break, chat. Let's go, I guess, do what we need to do. Any refreshments if you may need, water, maybe coffee, a little, you know, soda, whichever. Get some stretches in, use the bathroom if needed, or get some snacks, or maybe, I don't know, a meal, dinner, lunch, breakfast, wherever you are in the worlds. Yeah, we'll be back shortly, 5 to 10 minutes, but we'll be right back, chat. I'll see you very, very soon. So then, please enjoy some quality and nice ambience. See you very soon. I'll be right back. Hello. Hi, everyone. How are we doing? How are we doing? Hope you guys had a good break. Hopefully you guys got what you need to do when it comes to refreshments, maybe food, or maybe just chilling and relax into the little ambience that we had going on. How you guys doing? You guys enjoying stream? You having a good time, chat? How you guys enjoying Origins? Or, I'm sorry, Oranges? I can't remember last time I actually had an orange. It's been a while. I haven't had an orange in a long, long time. Senpai J came back for us? Yes, absolutely. I always come back to that foggy little town of Silent Hill. Or in this context, stream. It's been years since I had an actual orange LOL. For me, I can't have oranges because I have a condition with my bladder where if I have something that's high in citrus or I guess like acidic, then it causes it to become like very inflamed and agitated, where it starts to like get like painful on my bladder, unfortunately. It's called, I think, interstitial cystitis. It's a very painful condition. So a lot of the time I have to drink water like frequently. I can't have like anything that's like acidic or inflammatory or irritating in food or drinks. It sucks. I do miss like a lot of those types of foods I used to have, really. Let's see. But yeah, no, orange? Man, what? I don't even know that. Like, even before the health issues, I'm trying to like remember like the last time I genuinely had an orange. I don't know. That is a good question, actually, now that I think about it. Let's see, 1962, I believe, right? 1962? I think June 12th? Is that it? 1961? There you go. And then we can insert the, with the date set, a secret compartment opens in the calendar. There's an empty circular depression. Yeah, it's for the little wedding ring, right? Yeah, okay, there we go. I used the wedding ring. Something dropped down on the keyboard behind me. It's a key. I got the room 500 key. Nice. Cool. Say, J-Kun, when's the last time you saved? Never. I don't think we've actually saved at all during this playthrough. Like, whatsoever. Oh, I didn't even know we can, oh, look, we can lower down the volume. I didn't even consider that. Yeah, no, we have not saved at all during this whole playthrough. I don't think there really is even a reason to. That's unfortunate. It's alright. It's all good. In health, we manage, chat. The best thing we can do is manage. And you know what? That's more than enough. I can't have grapefruit because of a medication I take. Oh no. I actually never tried grapefruit before. How is grapefruit? I heard it's pretty good, but it seems like it could be different depending on the person. I don't know. Maybe it's an acquired taste. But then again, I'm just going off of just, you know, just generalization. I used to love Fresca and Squirt soda. Ooh, interesting. You know, I used to be a soda person when I was much younger. Yeah, I remember when I was younger, I used to be a pretty big soda kid, I think. Yeah, I used to be, in retrospect. I remember when I was younger, I used to drink Sprite, Coca-Cola, and I believe there's something else, but I just can't put my finger on it. But I do remember frequently drinking sometimes Coca-Cola and mostly Sprite. Sprite because I remember my mom used to tell me that when I would have like a stomach ache, and I think this was just like in general when it came to I think like this sort of like common knowledge when having like gaseous distress is to drink soda to help you burp. But actually I heard that's counterintuitive, like it actually makes it worse. So thanks, Mom. But no, I remember having Sprite, I think mostly, but I also kind of remember drinking orange soda every now and then. But I haven't drank soda like in years. I think it's been like over a decade, maybe more. I remember the last time I drank soda was when I was like a little kid. Yeah. Sprite 7 Up. 7 Up was another one too. I personally am not a fan of grapefruit. I like strawberries the most. Strawberry lemonade is OP. Ooh, interesting. I feel like there's a lot of variety when it comes to sodas. I'm not too knowledgeable when it comes to it. Yeah.
Daddy?
Kind of productive? Yeah, kind of productive, yeah. I can't drink lemonade because I have acid reflux. Oh no, happy grass man, I'm sorry. I also have acid reflux too, so you know, the feeling's mutual, brother. I'm right there with you, man. I understand the pain. I understand the pain right there with you. Yeah. Lemonade's pretty good too, I would say. I remember loving to have lemonade as well, especially like on a hot summer day. Okay, obviously, Chad, this is the assault rifle. Clearly, this is what assault rifle looks like. Okay, so this is probably like the easiest boss fight if you have the assault rifle. So this should be interesting. Love your stream. Thank you, Squid. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Always just want to have good vibes and a chill, nice time. Nothing more, nothing less.
Daddy. I won the game. I still got a quarter left. You want the quarter? Daddy. Wake up. Please, Daddy.
I'm not sleeping, son.
Daddy.
You knew I wasn't sleeping. Why did you stand there for so long? It wasn't right.
Please, Daddy.
It wasn't healthy, son.
Daddy, this is insane.
Time you faced up to what happened. Your mother and I will see you in heaven, son.
Ah yes, the loud, bombastic instrumentals for this boss fight. Sweet tea is good too? Yeah, tea, I love a good sweet tea as well. Oh. Let's heal. Oh shit. Oh, okay. Alrighty. Wow, okay. Let's see. Do we have one apple or two more? Alright, there you go. Done and dusted. You got the truth piece. The Soundwell Wiki editor probably has something to say about this boss. Probably has a lot to say, yeah.
How could he do that to himself?
But it's the best one.
Why won't you let me forget? Why are you doing this to me? Come out! Come out! I've got your thing for you.
Hey, Alessa.
Happy?
Hello, sweet summer child.
My parents, what now? When do we get to look inside your sick little mind?
In Silent Hill 1. Yeah, we'll get to see all of her inner turmoil, trauma, and much of that inner psyche manifested in the town of Silent Hill. Just with a different protagonist named Harry Mason. The best protagonist.
This isn't
The best father in all of video games. Hey Payne, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. We're literally on the final stretch. How's it going, Payne? How are you doing? Happy Monday. What a way to start the week, huh? With Silent Hill Origins. I got the present piece. Well, isn't this quite the present, huh, chat? Alright, I'm pulling out the guide for this one because it is a pretty finicky puzzle. Okay, so pick the third piece, and turn it twice. Okay. Let's see. How do we choose the third piece? Oh, here we go. Okay, third piece, and turn it twice. So 1, 2, press R1. Oh, my bad, hold on. 1, 2, press R1 to turn the core. Okay, pick the first piece and rotate it twice. 1, 2, press R1 to turn the core. Pick the second piece and rotate it twice. 1, 2, press R1 to turn the core, and then finally pick the fourth piece and rotate it once. There we go. First try. Alright, no more guide. It's just smooth sailing from here. Just checking up on my me, then a lot of things happen. I see. Tomodachi Life. I heard it's a really fun game. Kinda makes me want to own a Switch too, but I don't have any incentive, especially when it comes to just how inflated when it comes to video games nowadays. Anyways, I hope everyone's having a good time. Oh, thank you, Payne. I think we're having a pretty good time. Just a chill stream today, I would say.
You're here?
Enjoying our time with Silent Hill Oranges.
Wait!
Tomodachi Life is on Switch 1 and 2. Ooh, okay. I thought it was a Switch 2 exclusive. That's cool. I'm glad it has the option for Switch 1 owners to own as well. Doo-doo. I saw a streamer that I watch on occasion playing it, and it looked really, really funny. Wrong way. There you go. Dying Light plus J streaming Origins equals good day. Nice. I guess you can say, just Coney, you were dying to see the stream today. I've actually never played Dying Light before. I heard it's a really good zombie game though. I've seen gameplay of the first game, I believe, but that's kind of it though. It looks really fun. It looks like a fun time. I've been replaying Banjo-Kazooie, lol. Hey, nice. I know Banjo-Kazooie has its own little like niche audience and fandom. I never played Banjo-Kazooie before, but you know, I love me a good 3D platformer. I think, contrary to the popular belief of how much I love survival horror games, which is true, I love 3D platformers so much. 3D platformers are such a huge importance to me, especially when it comes to my childhood. I love a good 3D platformer. New PC port? Oh, nice, cool. I love the recent push for like decompilation projects and that allowing for like recompilations or just like native PC ports with like old console games like from like the Nintendo 64, PS1, PS2, Xbox, etc. I've seen it's more of a push on the PS1, mostly Nintendo 64, I believe. It is funny, just to make the Mii's do insane goofy ass situations. Tomodachi Life is a really funny game. It's really goofy, much of the time.
Finally, she will birth God.
Dying Light is ridiculously fun. I didn't like the second one that much. Ah, I see. Interesting. I heard the first one's probably the best. But that's just, again, based off of what I've heard. Haven't got around finishing Dying Lights. That's fair. Yeah, the second Dying Light didn't hold my attention long, but I beat the first one, was so fun. Nice. I'll have to play Dying Light one day. One day, but not anytime soon. Hey, Alessa. Go, Travis, go. Have you played Blooper Chronos The New Dawn by Blooper Team question mark? It's a pretty good survival horror game. I have not, Egg World. I have actually not. I planned to at a time, I think when it released, and I even considered streaming it when it released, but I never got around to it, unfortunately. Yeah, no. But I have not played it yet. But if that would make for a good stream game, then I'm down. Because I'm definitely interested, especially with the recent DLC expansion, I believe. So yeah, no, I would definitely be down to not only play Chronos The New Dawn, but also as a stream game. Looks really interesting. It reminds me of like Dead Space mixed with like Resident Evil, Silent Hill adjacent as well. So yeah, I'd be down, for sure. When I worked for GameStop, Dying Light was pretty high in demand at the time. Oh, nice. Oh man, GameStop. That's the name I haven't heard in a while. We have a GameStop at our local plaza, and man, it's just so weird to see like how much it's regressed over the years. Man, it's so weird seeing GameStop nowadays. I like to think of it as like the discount hot topic. The discount hot topic for gamers. For me, I really like the voice actor for the main character in Dying Light 1, and it was during this playthrough. There have been many that I realized is Chris Redfield's voice actor. Roger Craig Smith is who you're thinking of. Roger Craig Smith is a really popular and notable voice actor in the video game industry. I think mostly for Chris Redfield, as you mentioned. I think his name is Crane, Jacob Crane? Is it Jacob Crane or something? From Dying Light 1. And Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog is what I know him mostly know him for. Roger Craig Smith. Captain America is another one too. But yeah, he's really prolific in the video game industry. Absolutely. Why is this just floating? Hi there, are you looking forward to Townfall? Hi Doug Blaze Games. I am interested. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued in Townfall. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. Yeah, a little indifferent, but I'm intrigued, I would say. The fun thing about the new Tomodachi Life is that there are no restrictions when it comes to customizations, so can make me swear and eat whatever you make. Swear in a Nintendo game? Wow, okay. That's interesting. I never would have imagined that. Nintendo of all things, huh? Chronos was an interesting game, but I only got about halfway through before I lost interest. Really? Huh, interesting. I definitely would love to play it. If that's incentive for you guys on stream, then I would absolutely be down. I miss Funkoland. Funkoland. What's Funkoland? Is that a YouTuber or a game? Funkoland. Sounds familiar. I haven't played Chronos, but plan to someday. Me too. I definitely plan to. I definitely wanted to when it first released, but I just never went about doing that. Unfortunately. But for sure, I definitely want to try Chronos the New Dawn. Kyle Crane, yeah. Wait, he's Sonic 2? Yeah, he's Sonic the Hedgehog. He's been Sonic the Hedgehog, I think, since 2010. He did initially plan to retire Sonic, but he changed his mind, and he came back to it, I think, like, not even like a month or so after departing, or announcing his retirement from the character. I got the physical version for PS5 and it came with some cool stickers. It was pretty refreshing. Also, it's kind of like Dead Space in a Chernobyl backdrop. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, I would love to check it out. I would love to check it out for sure. WTF. I would watch you play, Jay. Oh, thank you, just Coney. I think people would be interested, I would say. I would hope so. I know most people who watch streams probably just are mostly here for Silent Hill, and like that's fine. I don't mind. Floros device, origin unknown. The device is first mentioned in the poetry of Shang Qin, an advisor to members of the early Han Dynasty. In one of his tracks, Shang Qin jokes he trapped a demon inside his three-sided box. When Shang Qin died in a terrible fire at the Imperial Palace in 115 BC, the device appeared lost. It was later rumored to be in possession of Lutheran monk M.G. Lewis, who in 1796 spoke of its ability to control and amplify thought. It was Lewis who linked it to not a demon, but to God himself, claiming it was a weapon left by angels as a force for good. There's a little bit of a lore there. A little bit of a lore for the Floros, essentially. Green Line Workshop, or I'm sorry, Green Line Antique Store or Shop. Interesting, interesting. Anything of notice, Travis? I can't use any of this. A shelf full of antiques. Lots of old books. It's old and won't open. Alrighty, I guess not. Funkoland! Old gaming store, GameStop bought them out years ago. Oh, okay, gotcha. Huh, interesting. I never heard of it before. The only equivalent, I guess, I could think of is like EB Games, but I heard EB Games is a branch of GameStop, but just named differently in different countries. Different countries, I believe, right? I think Canada goes by EB Games, right? I believe. I got my Nintendo 64 copy of THPS1 from Funkoland. Cool. What is THPS1? When I see THPS1, I think PS1, like the console. We used to have EB Games here. GameStop bought them out. Oh, okay, gotcha. I thought like it's kind of like the situation where how we have like fast food chains and there's like, for example, like Burger King, and like how in Australia they're called Hungry Jacks, I guess, or how we have like what's it called? Not Wendy's. What am I thinking of? I can't think of the name, but you get what I'm trying to like say, right? Like that's what I was thinking of initially. Do you just want to, should we just save? This is our first save. And it's at the final boss, at the final save. Hilarious. Okay. Carl's Jr. That's what I was thinking of, Carl's Jr. And over here in the West Coast we have Carl's Jr. But I think in like the East Coast maybe they're called Hardee's. I think Hardee's, I believe. Yeah. So yeah, sometimes like I think there's like companies that go by a chain, but they're under like different names depending on the region, I believe. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. Thank you so much, M-Bulb, again, for another $5 donation. What's your favorite of the Santo vocal songs? Probably, I would say vocal songs. That's a good question. I'm gonna let this cutscene play out and then I'll answer it. But I have my favorites.
She's here. We need to begin this now.
Don't worry, Dahlia. With him out of the way, she has no conduit for her power.
Mama, what is it?
Don't touch.
Ow, it's hot!
Leave it be. It is a cage for a demon. Contained, his power will focus yours. Release him, and we will all burn in the fires of hell.
Okay, sorry. Sorry about the delay in your question, your question involved. Yeah, Letter of the Lost Days is probably my favorite vocal track, and I think it's because of the emphasis of how it sort of allows the use of the lyrics to really go in depth with Heather's backstory and how basically that is parallel to her, reincarnated past selves, her past lives, and how in much of the lyrics for that song, it talks about it and how it kind of sees her like lamenting about it, but also seeing it as a means to kind of progress and move forward with her like newfound appreciation of life, and how that kind of like attributes to much of the themes of like reincarnation and also like rebirth, loss of innocence, identity. There's a lot of, attributes there that I find very charming and even relaxing to an extent. Letter for Lost Days is definitely one of my favorites, probably my favorite, which might be interesting, maybe even kind of like unexpected, since I know there's like a bunch of vocal songs that are from Elizabeth McGlynn. That I think even some of you guys mentioned like Room Full of Angel, I believe, right? Not Here, maybe like ORT, I believe. One Last Soul to Call, Frozen. Is it something Frozen? Frozen Hell? Hell Frozen Angel, I believe. There's a lot of good vocal songs, but for some reason, Letter for the Lost Days is one that really sticks with me for some reason. I don't know. Maybe because of the melancholiness of that song, and how like it just like really emphasizes like just how tragic, but also kind of like cozy and not like wholesome, but just like melancholy it is, I would say. Definitely like my favorite vocal song for sure. Hope that answers your question. No, Jay, you could have done a no-save playthrough. I'm sorry. I'm not really trying to go for like a no-save playthrough anyway. Alright. Let's use Redeemer on you. Oh shit. Can we get no damage on the final boss? Never mind. I jinxed it, chat. I jinxed it. Room of Angels peak? It is absolutely peak. Where are you from, question mark? I'm learning English with your videos. Oh, cool, nice. Wow, that's actually really cool. I never would have imagined someone using videos to learn English. That's awesome. I am from California. I am from Southern California, to answer your question. So I don't understand almost everything you say, lol, of this game, by the way. That's okay. I hope the subtitles, if there's subtitles on stream, it can help you, hopefully, with the whole, like, language barrier, but, I am from California. Oh, shit. Sorry I'm late, I lost track of the time. Real Angel undoubtedly is the best, but my favorite is Wounded War song. That's a good one too. I do like me Wounded War song. Silent Hill has great tracks as well. And there we go. It is done. Silent Hill Origins is finished. There we go. The easiest Silent Hill game. At least to me. Subjectively speaking. Such an easy game. How Frozen Rain. Yes, that's the one, Lila. Thank you for correcting me. How frozen rain fall down. Room of Angel, I generally can't listen to without tearing up. It's the most moving. I'm for that. It's the best. Yeah. Much of the vocal tracks in Silent Hill are very emotional. Emotionally provocative, I would say. For good reason, though. For good reason. That boss didn't seem that difficult, lol. It is not at all difficult whatsoever. In comparison to the boss, the final boss in Silent Hill 4, yeah, no, not at all difficult. Whatsoever. Origins complete, 10 out of 10, game of the year, 10 out of 10, would never play again. Just kidding. We'll definitely play this game again one day. Maybe the next annual playthrough for our series marathon. The thing boss. I just forgot what the boss is called. It's like what was the boss called again? I completely forgot. Alessa's Dream. Such a weird name for a boss, but yeah, there you go, chat. Silent Hill Origins. Electronics Boutique. Marguerite Boutique. I literally just joined, the game is finished. I'm sorry, Kaisa. Yeah, we just finished it. We just finished it. I probably could have finished this in the last stream, not gonna lie, but I was really worn out last Friday. Thank you so much, Gaga Dreams, for being a Silent Archivist, a channel member for 1 month. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Enjoy the new Rob the Rabbit badge. I see you have a yellow Robbie. Nice. As I live in Canada, I tend to listen to that track a lot. Nice. I feel it's appropriate. Satan boss? It might as well just be like an archetype of, I guess, like the devil saying himself.
I don't believe
Oh,
it.
thanks. No, thank you, Gaga Dreams, for being a channel member. Sincerely, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Helps in many ways more than one.
Cheryl. We'll call her Cheryl.
I love Robbie. My pleasure. I love Robbie too.
Half the soul is lost. The seed lies dormant.
The other half is not lost. We'll use a summoning spell. Hearing her pain, it is sure to come.
It will take time.
We can.
I've never heard you use Cali slang LOL. Typically they all say hella. You know, it's funny you mentioned that because I don't really indulge in using much of Cali slang. I know in terms of like Cali slang, I think of like. We tend to say like a lot. We say like quite a lot, but I never say hella because for one, it's kind of cringe. Whenever I think of hella, I think of like Life is Strange. I think of the character. I think her name is Chloe, right? Chloe Price saying hella a lot. I think it's a West Coast thing, right? I think people say hella in the West Coast. I don't say it unironically. Like I never have used hella in that sort of prefix whatsoever. I say like a lot though. It's just kind of the California, I guess, like culture, really. Ew, we don't say hella. We do not say hella. Yeah, I do think it's a West Coast thing though. I think I have heard people say hella before, unironically. Bro just dropped her off. Yeah. Not a daycare. Not a daycare, that's for sure. Who uses the slang hella? I feel like some people do, right? Like the SNL skit, the Californians. Yeah. I don't know. Again, I've unironically have heard people say hella, but maybe like in a different like time frame. I don't know. I feel like maybe the culture was different back then. Maybe like 2010s, possibly. I don't know. Life is Strange Jostling, yeah. It's a NorCal thing? Ah, I see. Thank you for clarifying, Michael. I still say like, dude, and bro too much. I say like the most. I say dude sometimes. I say bro, but it's more so because I feel like it's to kind of attest to the slang that mostly Gen Z use, or just what the culture uses. Like when people say like brother, like I don't really say that unironically. I just say it because I feel like I need to, you know, because people just use it. I'm not much of a person that uses slang. I don't really use slang all too much. Yeah. Son. Bay Area especially. Interesting. I've been to the Bay Area. I've been to San Francisco before because my sister used to go there for college. But I've never heard people say hella that much. Somewhere in the sauce I got lost in olds. I like California accents. Really? Well, thank you, Gaga Dreams. I feel like most people do not like Californians. I feel like people give Californians a really bad rap. Dude is another one? Haha, yeah, it is. The Californians. I am one. I am a Californian. Yeah, I am one. It's taken me years to stop saying dude for everything. Yeah, I don't know. I just never could get into the slang culture, you know? I just never could for some reason. I don't know. Maybe I'm an old soul in another lifetime. Yeah, I don't know. Californians give Californians a bad rep. Yeah. I know people give Californians a really bad rep, especially when it comes to us moving to like different states due to the inflation over here and just like the high cost of living. As to what, I don't really know. I just know it's sort of like this like obligatory kind of like, I guess, like byproduct. I don't know if it's because we enforce our like culture onto like other states. I have no clue. I wouldn't really know. I just know people just really get pissed off when it comes to Californians like just kind of going to different states and living there and setting up shop. As to why, I don't know. I have no clue. I have no idea. So yeah, there you go, chat. Sound Origins, done and dusted. Total enemies killed using melee weapons 4. Total enemies killed using firearms 13. Total enemies killed using fists 3. Total items collected 334. Number of map views 13. Number of times saved 1. Could have been 0, but it's whatever. Distance walked 22.8. Total game time 4 hours and 41 minutes. Total flashlight use time 2 hours and 30 minutes. Number of game completions 1. Number of enemies killed with melee weapons 20. Number of enemies, percentage of enemies killed with firearms 65. Percentage of enemies killed with fists 15. Savior accolade achieved. Stalker accolade achieved. Collector accolade achieved. Cartographer accolade achieved. And yeah, there we go. There we go. It is completed. It is done. Thank you, Toxic a crit for subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much. I appreciate the subscription. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How do we exit out of here? I can't seem to exit for some reason. Oh, there you go. A special save file will retain your accolades and allow you to start again from the beginning of the game, making use of all your unlocked items and outfits, as well as other special features. To use a special save file, load it as you would any other saves. Create a special save file? Sure, why not? Do I plan to play this game again? No. But, I mean, hey, incentive for, I guess, if you want to play this game someday, maybe next year. Alright, Silent Hill Origins. There you go. Hope you guys enjoyed. It's a pretty mid-game. I feel like the appeal is definitely the more handheld, I would say, approach when it comes to this game. It's a great handheld Silent Hill game, I would say, but anything other than that, not really. It's an okay game. It's okay. It's just okay, I think, I would say. As a Canadian, I do not see a problem with Californians, but I may be different. You know, I just think it just may be part of like the stigma, social stigma. I don't know. I guess maybe there's like mob mentality behind it. There tends to be like a mob mentality, I suppose. So I think when you kind of factor that, then maybe, I don't know, it just kind of in conjunction sort of like results into the bad rep we get. I have no clue. Yes, and unskippable cutscenes. Downpour is just redundant, honestly. Much of the post-team sound games can definitely feel redundant. Yeah, yeah. Round of applause for Origins. Round of applause indeed. Unskippable cutscenes are the devs giving a middle finger to the player. Yeah. I may play it on my PSP someday. Tapey, stop being a chudlo. Thank you so much for the stream. Of course, as always, Tippy. Always happy to stream for you guys. Great summary. Yeah. Thank you, Squid. Skull and flowers. Clap, clap. Yeah, okay, well, I guess shorter stream than usual, chat. Apologies if you guys were wanting to see a much more longer stream, but usually when it comes to streams nowadays, I do try to stream in the 2 to 3 hour time frame due to just health reasons. Yeah, also, I do want to say thank you guys for the recent poll and like just voting on that. Recently, I've been doing more polls, and that's because I've been wanting to get your guys' feedback as a community. I've been trying to be much more immersed when it's come to streams. I think that's kind of attested to when it's come to the recent stream schedule. with like every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. At least I try to whenever I can if I'm feeling up to it. Um, so thank you guys so much for like interacting with that. I know this is the videos specifically. Videos have been a little bit difficult lately due to health, when it comes to like me making them. Admittedly, it's been really hard. I've been really struggling with the whole video production and content output lately, and that's sort of the reason why I made the recent poll when it's come to streams, because I admittedly do love streaming. I love being able to talk to you guys and just kind of like, just getting like social with you and just kind of, again, like immersing ourselves with the whole like streaming kind of culture we have going on. I think we have like a really like lovely community of like-minded, perceptive, and just really chill individuals, you know? I always want to like facilitate that environment, and it seems like we have something like really nice going there, you know? Niche maybe in some aspects too. Um, so that's one of the reasons why I made this like poll, just to get like your guys' thoughts and feelings about that. I'm not really too surprised that it almost seems kind of like split 50-50. I know a lot of people really do like the videos, and I do appreciate that. Thank you. They do take quite a bit to make. Recently it's been hard due to my health issues. Um, Admittedly, if I'm being completely honest, I've been having more, um, I would say fears in regards to kind of like my health, and that's sort of being like a byproduct of me being competent enough to pour out my usual, I would say, consistency in video production. Um, I would say from like a health standpoint, when it's come to like the more mental. Thank you, Lauren Pollock, for subscribing to the channel. Thank you. Thank you so much. As I was saying, from like a more mental, physical, and emotional standpoint, it's been pretty hard. And I think that's kind of been transparent when it's come to like the videos, maybe as of recently. Um, at least at least to me. I definitely have been having like my reservations when it comes to like my doubts and worries with like the future of the channel. It's one of the reasons why I made this video. If you guys remember, me talking about that with like my health and how it kind of like has been like a sort of byproduct of like my financial situation, and also like my just situation in general, when it comes to like, like debt, like credit debt, and also like medical debt, and like needing to attest to my like overall like, well-being, and like taking care of myself, since a lot of the time like I'm doing this on my own, just trying to like support myself and survive another day. um yeah, so again, like just to kind of like go back to the whole like streaming side of things. It's why I've been trying to like be more frequent with streams, because I really want to be consistent with like my presence. I know you guys really enjoy the streams, and that means a lot to me. As a streamer, I do have like my insecurities, because a lot of the time I feel like, when it comes to streaming, you kind of had to have like really, consistent social commentary to be very productive in regards to whatever that context may be. At least to me, I know there's streamers that can just be like very reactive when it comes to content. Like that's fine, I don't want to like kind of be that guy to, plead the fifth or put myself on a pedestal because of me having, productive commentary that may be, I don't know, like maybe knowledgeable or educational. But I know for like, some people, they like that sort of content from streamers. Thank you so much, Lilith, for being a channel member for 3 months. Thank you so much for being a silent archivist. Enjoy your blue Robbie. Enjoy the blue Robbie. But yeah, but I try to be very different when it comes to my approach for streaming. I want to be able to be productive. I want to be educational, informative when it comes to Silent Hill, because that's just how I want to, go about that from a professional standpoint. Um, Something that I've kind of come to terms with is, if I feel like physical pain working on videos, and that kind of preventing me from being able to work at the consistency I used to due to my debilitating health issues that are chronic in terms of like my illnesses and conditions. it made me like kind of like come to this like conclusion, like, you know, like what if I have to resort to like maybe streaming because it's like much more easier when it comes to like the content output. Thank you, thank you so much, Elizabeth. Thank you. Oh my gosh, you're so kind. Thank you. I do not deserve that. Thank you so much. Happy, congrats to Happy Grassman for the channel membership. Lumotame, Kano1. Apologies if I mispronounced your name. MV Gaming, and finally Simon Versus. Thank you so much. Thank you. Your health comes first. We all have your back. Thank you, Squid. I really appreciate that. Thank you. I apologize, chat, for not reading your comments. I'm kind of like monologuing, I think. But I just kind of like want to segue into just like something I've been meaning to talk about. I actually thought about making a stream specifically for this, but I guess right now is like the best time to kind of go into it. But yeah, I'll just wait for like the little Heather Mason, I guess like sound effects to go off. Yeah, no, but my health has been like kind of like a point of contention for probably like the longest time now, and it's definitely been something that's been much more prevalent since the beginning of this year. I've probably been on this whole spill since like ever since I talked about it. Technically I've been having health issues, chronically speaking, for years now. 2024 really, even if I'm being technical, way before that with like acid reflux, but that was manageable. But recently I just been, you know, going through it pretty badly lately. Chronic pain is no joke. I think that's something that I definitely do kind of double down on with not being too much of an issue, but in actuality it's a lot. It takes a huge toll on me. Just earlier today, like I had really terrible nausea and like like gastrous pain, and all I had was just water. You know, I just had water, and just eating has been like a huge issue for me too. You know, I lost a lot of weight due to me having a, you know, a yeast infection that's slowly like, you know, just doing more damage than good. That's preventing me from being healthy, you know. There's a bunch of other health issues too, you know, like goes on with like my bladder, like my prostate, gastrointestinal, you know, health as well, fatigue, my body feeling like, you know, just a lot of inflammation or irritation too. So yeah, no, like there's a lot that goes into it, but to kind of like tread back on why I've been, you know, kind of streaming more than usual, it's because I'm kind of scared that I'm getting worse, and if it does get to a conclusion to where I can't do videos like I used to anymore, then I'm hoping stream is something that you know, people are like here for. Obviously I don't expect everyone to, but it is something that I feel like it's kind of like an alternative that I hope long-term people are here for, you know. Obviously to be a streamer on YouTube, I don't think it's worthwhile long-term, but I guess that depends on the YouTuber in question, maybe. I think YouTube as a platform is more so for videos. For streaming, I would say Twitch from a subjective, maybe even, I guess like, I don't know, objective standpoint. But yeah, I don't know. I do think about that a lot. It is a fear that I have every single day. I don't think it's to the extent to where I'm incapable of working on videos, obviously. I just think from a more so like physical and mental standpoint, it's been really debilitating on me. Depression is a huge one as well, and likewise I have chronic depression, but I do try to make the best of my situation, given everything that's kind of like against me right now. But yeah, no, but that's again like one of the reasons why I made that poll was just to get like your guys' feedback, and if people are generally here for streams as like a sort of like alternative, but maybe even if it comes to that sort of I guess, I don't know, results of me having to do that full time, then if that's something that people would even be here for, and if they would even see me in that sort of like, I guess like framework, you know, I will absolutely do everything in my power to make videos long term, without question. I love videos. I do prefer videos, but it is so much grueling work that has been like such a huge undertaking for me, and talking about this even with you guys right now, like it's it's scary. I am, you know, self-conscious. I have like my inner thoughts and fears, much like I guess like any Silent Hill protagonist, ironically speaking. Um, and in many ways, my Silent Hill is my health. It's this grueling chronic, you know, illnesses that I have and conditions. Um, you know, so I don't know, but yeah, I hope that's able to kind of clear like the air. Maybe if people were like, where the hell are the videos? Like, why aren't you making more videos? Why aren't you making like more story and lore? Not that anyone's been doing that, you know, thankfully. But I also understand why people would have those reservations and feelings. Um, but I do hope that kind of gives like some context, maybe for people who are like here ever since like the beginning, or who have been here for a while, or maybe even people who are new here. Imagine if this is your first stream, I'm taken and bear, but I do know that people care. People care about me. People care about the channel, but it's something I've come to like terms with, that people do care, and that is something that's like really hard to grasp, but it means a lot to me. And you know, I will always take that into consideration and just do what I can, really. But yeah, thank you guys so much, sincerely. I appreciate it, and thank you for your time, really, for just listening to my rambles. Yeah, thank you. And I hope it kind of like gives like more clarification wherever needed. And yeah, absolutely do not think that is the end to anything, Jay. It's going to be tough, but it's just the beginning to something new. Whatever you do, I will always be here to support you. Thank you, Tippy. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Making videos can be exciting. I do love making videos, but it can be very grueling and a lot. I feel like we're all living in our own personal Silent Hill, for sure. Jay, hey dude, I gotta go make dinner. I'll see you and your audience at the next stream. Keep up the great work, dude. See you, everyone. Thank you, Dangshin. I appreciate that. Have a great dinner. Enjoy your dinner. And thank you so much for joining the stream. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Trust me, understand. Praying emoji, stay strong and keep smiling, Jay. Thank you. And you know, that's what I keep planning to do, Squid. If there's one thing I've learned, is every day is a new day, and the fact that we're able to wake up and see that new day just goes to show like how much stronger and capable we are as human beings, even if our, you know, situation, depending on the person, as we all as are humans and individuals, individually we all live our respective lives. It just goes to show how capable we are and strong we are, right? And that's something that I've kind of learned through like therapy, and also just from just my journey with like health, and also just YouTube as well, and making, you know, making this a viable career for me. I still have a long way to go, but I do generally think that this will take off. I think it already has in many ways, more than one. I still kind of think back to when I first started doing this and when I got first monetized, and I never would have imagined being here right now, streaming, making videos on Silent Hill, and just making this like my career. You know, I'm very fortunate to have this, and you know, as I guess generic and maybe you know, kind of corny as it may sound, this wouldn't be possible without you supporting me. So thank you so much. Like, genuinely, this wouldn't be possible without you guys supporting me. And it's why I do whatever I can to give back to you. As melodramatic as that sounds, I do love doing what I do. And I think in many ways, I probably always wanted to be a YouTuber. Ever since I was young. I just remember wanting to make videos and just making that ever since I was a young child. Even like when I was doing graphic design as like a job full time, I just always knew I wanted to do more, and I think it was this. And you know, I think having depression about that and existential thoughts kind of really attested to that sort of like notion I had when it came to my, I guess, like career path. And I think it's this. And you know, I just love making videos. I love making content. I love, I guess, being a streamer. I guess I'd call myself a streamer. Maybe it's a natural thing. Maybe it isn't. Maybe it comes with time. I don't know. But much like anything in job or maybe like in practice, we all learn to grow accustomed to it, and we learn to adapt to our material, our environment, and we just learn to just make the best of it. I think it's how we grow, right? So yeah. Printing is always the best way to turn our pain into joy, to comfort the disturbed and to disturb the comfortable. Even if you just draw a picture as an outlet, I'll be there to support it. Thank you so much, Debbie. That means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Ajay, I hope you know I am here for you as I suffer from high-end depression, agoraphobia, and ADHD and other things. If you need to talk, I'm here if you need be. Thank you, Lilith. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, guys. Sincerely. People that are slandering you for not making more videos don't care about your well-being. Just continue working at your own pace without having to stress yourself. Thank you, Pain. I appreciate that. I've learned to just not really acknowledge YouTube comments. Not that I don't like acknowledge, I hear guys' comments, or like any comment. I just learned for the sake of my mental health, it's just like the best thing to do as a YouTuber, because you can really easily be agitated by the internet. Because, you know, behind the computer, you have all the power. You can do whatever you want. But when you're in person, in a physical setting, that's completely different. In retrospect. But I've learned through just being a YouTuber, a content creator, it's just best to kind of be to yourself. And not let, you know, people that you don't even know and sort of like manifest this hatred for. Again, in retrospect, is really silly because you don't really know that person. It's like, why have such animosity for someone you don't really know, and that person doesn't know you either? So, you know, that's just something that I think comes with time and experience, I would say. Yeah. Thank you. So lovely. Hope to see you soon as well. Thank you. You're more special than you think, Jay. Don't let anything shake you. You face far worse things in Silent Hill, so you're strong, my friend. We're with you. Thank you, Doug Blaze Games. Thank you for the kind, generous comment. I appreciate that. Thank you. You've been so brave, so strong, Jay. I look up to you so much in many ways. It makes me and many others, I'm sure, so much stronger to live more, care more, love more, never corny, only true. Thank you, Tippy, and thank you guys, sincerely. This is really sweet and wholesome. This is a really wholesome stream. Out of all the streams, it sounds origins. Yeah, but I thank you so much. Apathy is corny, caring is true. That's a good thing about being a content creator. You can set your own schedule. This is true as well. Yeah, thank you for being here for the fans. We appreciate every video you make. Thank you, JS. Thank you. I just try to do what I can, really, every day. Really, I try. I really do. Absolutely, absolutely, and you can create anything, not just for long-form videos. You can just post college video art, and I would pull that up with love, Jade, to think that's a cool idea to have when the health gets in. Thank you, Tippy. I appreciate the sentiment. It goes without saying, but I've dealt with chronic pain and health issues my whole life. My DMs are always open to you. Thank you, Just Coney. Thank you so much, chat. Thank you. Jay, what would you do if a creature flies through that window? Oh, this one here? Probably run for my life. Yeah. I should have a window in my room. Well, obviously, I think every room has a window, right? In most homes, yeah. I would probably just, like, I don't know, just run. Or use like one of the weapons from Silent Hill, maybe like the steel pipe or something. Yeah, guess in the way you could make experimental shorts, like mood board type college videos, just a little Zadar exposition. I know it's hard to describe, but you know what I mean. I know what you mean. Yeah. That's a good thing about YouTube, is that there's a lot of flexibility, not just like videos, but even like the aforementioned live streams that we've been doing with our schedule, and also the YouTube shorts. I was doing the YouTube shorts for a little time, but I got pretty exhausted from it, and I just kind of felt like I was overexhausting myself more than I maybe, you know, didn't really intend to. I think as easy as it may be with YouTube shorts, I do think that can also be equally as exhausting, because you kind of have to feed the algorithm, you know. In many ways, just doing YouTube, you have to feed the algorithm, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to feed the algorithm, because I feel like it kind of defeats the purpose of doing YouTube. It's to be yourself, it's to express yourself in an artistic and creative fashion. Ironically, that's what YouTube was kind of set as this precedent, but now it's just kind of feeding into the whole need into just trying to attest with that sort of I guess like what's it called, I think when it comes to like the whole like societal form or standard when it comes to like content, you know, content farming, or, you know, AI slop, you know, just kind of feeding into what people want to see, not what you want to do, what you want to be. And I want to be the guy that just creates Silent Hill content long term. It's what I do, and it's what I hyperfixate on. It's what I know best, and what I want to talk about, you know, either in video or live stream format, shorts, even if I decide to do that again. And yeah, I never want to change. I want to just be the same guy you know me right now and 10 years later. I never want to change for anything more. I just want to do what I know best, and it's this. Sup, bro, and everyone. Hey, what's up, Tattoo Dad? We're about to wrap things up. We're just kind of chatting, we're yapping. But I'm glad to have you here for the time being. I love when I stumble upon a really obscure no voice just video of art with music or sound effects like a moving painting. Almost that would be so cool to have a pacer between videos, you know? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'd have to have some, I don't know, think about that. We'll see if I could do something there, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I've been a long time quiet viewer, and we're the same age of chronic illnesses and both deep lovers of Silent Hill, but always keep in mind the audience you cultivated with your sincerity. We'll stick Jay. Oh, thank you, Jay Histis. Hope I didn't mispronounce your name. Apologies if I did. But thank you. Yeah, I imagine there's a lot of lurkers in here. 64, sometimes even 100 from what I've seen of streams previously, which is honestly amazing. It's really weird to see that in retrospect, to see that many people watching me for some reason, but it's still really much like Whiplash all the time. But I sincerely appreciate it. Sincerely, it makes me more confident as a, not just like a content creator, but as a streamer, if I ever decide to go on that route, and if people genuinely do want to support me when it comes to doing streaming long term, if it ever needs to reach that sort of I guess like necessity. I hope not, because I love making videos, but if things change and if I do have to resort to streaming due to health reasons, then I do hope that's something that works for me long term. I would do everything in my power to do what I can to make it viable and interesting, and, you know, incentive for you guys to come back every single time. And yeah, but thank you. I sincerely appreciate it. The mods got your back, Jay. If you feel like you need help in certain projects, feel free to DM me or anyone from the mod team. Thank you, Payne. As always, I just appreciate your guys' support and kind words, and just, you know, just support. Really, it helps in my ways from everyone. Don't change. I love your talks when you play solo games. Keep up the amazing work, brother. I will always have your back 100%. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate it. See you, Mr. J. See you, Egg World. Thank you for joining as always. Thank you. Yeah, but anyways, so apologies for the I guess like unprecedented ramble chat. But I did feel like I wanted to kind of talk about my health a little bit, since that's been kind of like a point of contention for me, and likewise to the channel, since I know if I'm affected, then the channel by proxy will be affected too. But I feel like I needed to talk about it. I feel like it was really necessary moving forward. I've been having these thoughts for a while, and I also want to make it very apparent, just in case things change, because I know people don't like change. I don't like change, but sometimes change is necessary, whether we like it or not. Thank you for listening. I appreciate it sincerely. I feel like we're in a good position, and I feel like, you know, we're growing, and we're slowly, like, you know, making moves that I never would have ever imagined by just doing YouTube. But I think we're heading to like a direction that I think is good, you know. I've been enjoying streaming a lot. I only hope I can stream long term and, you know, make it beneficial and, again, worthwhile, viable to all of you. And likewise, I only hope to still make content and videos. And yeah, but thank you guys so much for joining the stream today. I know it was shorter than usual. Typically we stream a little bit longer, but I think this is fine for now. But again, as it implies with our little series marathon, we will come back on Wednesday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for Silent Hill Homecoming. We will start that on Wednesday. And I'm assuming we'll maybe spend the rest of the week completing it. And I think, I don't know, that game could be a little frustrating sometimes too when it comes to its gameplay loop, I would say. But it should likewise be a fun time, I hope. I know a lot of people are looking forward to the post-theme Silent games, likewise I am too. Yeah. I'll be honest, I mostly come here to admire your hair. Thank you, just kind of appreciate it. It's mostly jealousy. Oh, thank you. Don't be jealous. If anything, allow it to be inspirational, maybe. I don't know. His mind is what I admire. Oh, thank you, Squid. I appreciate it. Talk about it helps. It definitely does. No need to be sorry, Jay. It's okay. Everyone has something going on in their life. No need to be sorry. Thank you, Tatsu Dad. I appreciate your kindness and thought provokedness. Absolutely, Sonic Archives. Feel free to DM us, staff, personally, even if about personal, private questions or concerns. No judgment. We are here to help you. We love you. Reach out with love. Thank you, Tippy. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, Homecoming. So we will be doing Homecoming. We are, I think, in the sort of like middle ground of the post-Team Sonic games. So after Homecoming, we have Shadow Memories, which most likely will drop next week, and then Downpour. So we'll see how that goes. I feel like for the rest of the month, we'll just be trying to finish the post-Team Sonic games. And then we'll just kind of migrate to the modern Silent Hill games, which is Silent Hill 2 Remake, Silent Hill F, and then hopefully we'll be in time for Silent Hill Townfall, which I think will be more than enough. We have like a whole month ahead of us too. Yeah. So I think that's the plan. That's the plan. My kid used to offer to cut his hair to make a wig for me, Lamo. That's kind. That's very generous of him. Anytime, brother, keep up the amazing work. Thank you, Tattoo Dad. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Thank you for coming. See you soon, Grassy. Homecoming, not Downpour. Yay. We're gonna run through all the games, all the mainline games. If I can get the spin-offs, then we'll try to get the spin-offs in there too. Achievement run, I don't think anytime soon, but we can definitely have that incentive for a stream later down the line. I have ideas for streams that are not just like playing the games casually, but also like through mods, challenge runs, fan games. There's a lot of streams that I have in I guess like in my backlog that I have that I want to eventually do with you guys. It will be a really fun ranking streams. I think that'd be kind of fun too. And I also do want to try to have incentive for other survival horror games, like how we were talking about Chronos: The New Dawn. Maybe like retro survival horror games like Fatal Frame, maybe like the old Resident Evils. We'll see. I have a lot of ideas. I have a lot of ideas for fun streams in mind, and I only hope people are interested in the long run. And yeah, yeah. Yes, sir, Jay. See you on the next one. Take care. Much love. Take care. Much love to you too as well. Tattoo Dad. I'm really foaming at the mouth for fall. Yeah, me too. Me too, Tippy. Me too. Maz and JD challenge runs. We absolutely will get there for sure for future streams. I think after Townfall, but maybe even during breaks for the series marathon. We'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. But yeah, yeah. Anyways, chat, that's gonna be me. I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys so much for joining the stream today. I hope you guys enjoyed our playthrough of Silent Hill Origins. I don't know if I'll play this game again. It'll probably be a while. I'll have to find a reason to come back and play this game, but maybe a challenge run. Maybe a challenge run, maybe a lore playthrough. I actually would love to do streams of talking about the lore, but just like on a hands-on approach in a live setting. I think that'd be really fun to do, hopefully even educational as well if people want to learn more about the lore. College professor Jay talking about the Silent Hill lore with his Silent Hill degree. That'd be kind of fun, wouldn't it? But yeah, but anyways, that's gonna be me, chat. Thank you guys so much for joining, and again, thank you so much for just listening to my rambles and my just kind of, I guess, like updates on my health, my respective health issues, and just the future of the channel. And I guess like even in many ways my internalized fears and thoughts. But I'm human, and likewise being human is a beautiful thing, you know. Even though we have like our fears and worries and our weaknesses, the good thing about being human is we also have our strengths. We have the things that make us strong and make us, you know, capable of having thought, emotions, and the things that make us who we are, right? That's what I've learned. And also what I want to remember long term. And hopefully I can pass that on to you too, in case you ever need something to remember. To how to, you know, just keep moving forward, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. But not to be like a spokesperson or something, or the voice of reason, or the receiver of wisdom. But I only hope I can continue to do streams long term and people are interested enough to support and just, I don't know, just be interested, I guess. Yeah. Take care, Jay, and good night to everyone on stream. Thank you, Payne. Good night as well, and take care, everyone, as well. Thank you guys so much for the donations. Thank you for the channel memberships. Um, What's it called? Before I go, not to shamelessly plug, but I think this is also something that's really important. I do want to give you guys updates on the channel memberships really quickly for those of you who are, I guess, a channel member. Let me update. Let me do a quick update. Quick update, chat. Quick update. Quick update. Um, oh my God, I feel so unorganized right now. Sorry. Okay, so channel memberships chat, we have new channel badges. So we have new channel badges. Sorry to obscure the chat really quickly. So we have new Robbies. We have a new Robbie that is purple. I want to say that that's Magneta, the color. So I think this is in chronological order. I believe from beginning to end. We have the purple Robbie, which is the new channel member. Yellow's 1 month, blue is 3 months, green is 5 months, and then 1 year is the pink OG Robbie. 1 year is red, 2 years is black, and I think 3 years is white. But the two new ones are the purple and the white Robbie. So yeah, if you become a channel member, you get a really nice, cool badge. You may see that in chat with the people who have their name, I think, highlighted in green. So yeah, so there you go. Channel membership badges if you want to see that as an incentive to support. Only $1 per month. Always want to make it affordable for you guys. Same with the channel memberships. Or the channel emotes. A lot to go around. I've learned recently that we need more channel members if we want to have more emojis. So this isn't all of them. This is only like a fraction of them. So for those of you in chat, if this is an incentive to want to just use really cool Silent Hill custom emotes and have the channel badge right next to your username, then by all means feel free to consider it. Feel free to consider. Likewise, since I guess I'm doing my little shameless plug, apologies. Please feel free, chat, to find me on my socials. If you guys want to join the Discord server, please feel free to join at the invitation that I'm about to send right now. A lot of great people, a lot of amazing, wonderful individuals, a lot of, people who just love to talk about Silent Hill, games, anything in nerd culture, pop culture, whichever. Feel free to join if you want to like just meet new people, make new friends, whichever. If you guys are feeling inclined and considerate and generous, and can do so, please feel free to donate in tip. This allows me to just be able to make this into my, what's it called, as a living when it comes to just being independent and doing, YouTube as my full-time job. Nothing is promised. Likewise, when it comes to doing YouTube full-time. So having this as like as like a alternative really helps in many ways more than one. YouTube does take a fraction of my cut and my earnings, so this is most like a, as an alternative and a little safety nest when it comes to just being able to support myself long term. And finally, subscribe. If you like what you saw when it comes to the stream, please feel free to subscribe. If you're new here and if you found us through the streams, hi, hello, my name is Jay. You may know me as Silent Archives. I make content on Silent Hill, either through videos or streams like you saw today. And I just like to talk about it. I like to hyperfixate on it when it comes to lore, story, analysis, secrets, Easter eggs, facts, everything and everything, anything and everything. And yeah, that should be it. But anyways, I'm gonna get going, chat. I need to eat food. I'm starving. And I imagine likewise, a lot of you in chat are probably starving too. Or maybe need to go and go about your own respective lives as well. Anyways, I'm gonna go and chat. I'll see you guys on Wednesday, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Oh, before I forget, chat, please feel free to look into the channel description or the video description, the stream's description. We have stream commands. So you may find a stream command that may be highlighted under Discord or channel membership or subscribe. If you use that command, that will have the Nightbot pop up the link in question, whichever you choose to feel free to be inclined to. Stream commands are here. That's going to be always listed in the stream description. So please feel free to use that at your disposal for any and all future streams. Okay, I'm get going. Thank you guys so much for joining. I'll see you guys later. Have a good rest of your Monday. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Silent Hill Homecoming. Silent Hill Homecomings. Be there or be squared. It should be a really fun time as we continue our Silent Hill series marathon. But yeah, thank you guys so much again for joining. I hope you guys had a great time. Hope you're able to chill, relax, and chill, and just have a good time and hang out with each other. And thank you once again for all the kind, generous donations and channel memberships. Thank you guys so much. It helps in many ways more than one. Thank you for supporting as always. I'll see you guys later. Have a rest of your day. Take care. See you soon. Bye bye. See you. See you. See ya. See you later. See you soon. See you later. Bye bye. Okay. Bye chat. Love y'all. See you soon. Kisses. Okay. See ya. Love y'all. See you soon. Take care.